Okay. Let's do that so I can keep an eye on what it looks like. Get this on. Oh my gosh. Dude. It would wait until I'm live, dude. Try that. One more time. Down, down, down. I would love for things to work how they're supposed to. Fucking open. Can't have anything nice to. Okay. Okay, it says that it should be working. It's allowed. Well, let me go into this one. Okay, let me go into this one. And family is having a meltdown in the background. That's great. Okay. It was very stupid. I had to go to Chrome to start it, and then why was it 3.0? It's definitely not that much. Okay, but I got it open. It's fine. So now this will work theoretically. So I'm 6 teams deep. This is kind of what I've been looking at so far. I've been mostly drafting from early spots of the draft, so I have so much Gibbs because I keep on taking him in this range. What the hell? That's super not good. I'm super not into this. Do this real quick just in case I get hosed. Why does it say a minute 20 something? If I open it on my phone. Okay. Graf McCaffrey. I wish that this was working how it was supposed to. HN neighbors. I guess I'll go Pickens. Also, I hate that notification. Yeah. Goodbye. And go find this one. At least it's showing the right person on the clock, even if it's not the right timing. Let's go to underdog. How do I enable the notifications? Because it's very annoying. Whatever, I'll figure it out. Side of the board. I will say it's much better to look at than it was last time. Or last year, rather. I realize I'm blocking like all this part of the draft for you guys. McBride at 7's kind of nasty work, by the way. Crazy. Oh, we have a DAC at 3. I didn't even see that earlier. That's not good. This is going to get thrown out. Why is it always the 3 spot that gets thrown out, dude? This is the third draft of 7, but the 3 spot's going to ruin it for everybody. Prescott, Rice, Burrow. Yeah, this is going to get thrown out. Lovely. No wonder I had McCaffrey and H.N. both available at 11, though. McBride went early. I went a little early. Obviously, Dak. But I like this because it shows me ADP, so I can keep my rankings open. Drafted AJ Brown with McCaffrey every time. Interesting. ETN I've drafted with McCaffrey every time. Oh, shoot. I was too busy messing with notifications. Let's go AJ Brown. We're going 2-2. Not my biggest. I'm not a big fan of that, but we'll see how it plays out. I mean, this is just good value. I respect this guy's approach very much. Taylor Cook seems like a really good start. I just don't like these two. I just hate feeling like I'm wasting my time because of bad beat 9-5-1. Like we're 3 of my 7 drafts are gonna get thrown out so far. Guess that kind of means I get like a practice draft out of it, which is kind of interesting. But Loveland, huh? Oh, did this guy take Burrow to play defense on Chase? That's very dumb, insanely dumb. Oh, and then he's gonna take Odunze because he's got Loveland. So this guy just like hate. I don't know. Watch him take Caleb. Puka Bowers, Henry, Pitts is kind of an insane start too. Zay, so he's going to try and get Lamar to bring back, which is fine. Metcalf, interesting. %100% of my Christian McCaffrey, Travis Etienne teams have Javonte Williams too. Checks out. Jalen Hurts, same thing. McCaffrey, Etienne. Rico Dowdle, same thing. McCaffrey, Etienne. I'm just building out different McCaffrey, Etienne teams, which is fine. To be fair, I think that's a single team because I think I only have one McCaffrey before this draft. I'm gonna have a shit ton of Etienne though. I'm gonna try and get Hurts on the next comeback. I want to go double running back here, I think. Swift is probably happening. Can I go Swift Caleb? That'd be kind of sweet. I probably need to go Caleb Swift if I'm going to do that. Is Burden gone yet? Where does Burden go? Is Burden like long gone? Burden's like long gone. Okay. Where did Burden go? Oh, he's not long gone. He's on this Loveland Burden team. This guy's mad that I took Caleb, so is the Odunze guy. It's fine. Yeah, I mean, he's like, you can't push him. He was already 7 past. And people are just going to take him naked. Getting greedy is just not going to work. But I'm happy with the Caleb Swift stack. Probably could try and get Purdy on this team. Try and get Hurts on this team. Hurts in the hopper here. 111, huh? Like, that would be my 3. Ideally. I can't believe how low Hurts ADP is. That's got to correct, right? Alec Pierce is way too high, dude. He's going to fall like 20 spots easily. It's the biggest bad ADP on the board, I think. He's getting saved by auto drafters right now. Jalen Warren's not a bad pick. He's not someone who's like on my radar, but he also seems like. Do we think this ADP is like real? Do we think he's actually a 72 ADP? I haven't been paying enough attention. Can I go to opponent player pick numbers? And I want to see. I don't need combo info. I need. I guess sure. So Warren, Jalen Warren. Okay, that's not even kind of helpful. I don't need the combo info. I need the with those players. Okay, Warren. Come back here. I don't want to lose my mind here. Warren may not even be there, to be fair. Would like to know what his ADP is, though. I do it like this. Yeah, there you are. So this is what? He's being drafted in the 70s so far. So maybe his ADP is real. Pollard's way too high, surely. DJ Moore, I should think about. Well, technically, Hurts' ADP is coming up here. There he goes. No Hurts with AJ Brown this time, which is fine because I think I got him a couple times already. Michael Wilson's ADP's got to be fake too. Mike Evans, like these are. It makes sense that these are falling. 17% Stafford. I think I'm gonna go DJ Moore here. Or I can go Warren and then DJ Moore. It's an auto draft. Denzel Boston. I think Denzel Boston's a 49er. Would be an interesting fit. BTJ. Who I cannot believe is going above Jacoby Myers. That's just ADP malpractice. It's a lot of ADP malpractice to be had in this draft. It's a shame because a lot of the players I want to draft that were sleepers last year are no longer sleepers. There goes Myers. It's a world where he's just a better pick than DJ Moore, but figure how often am I going to have Caleb, especially Caleb past ADP. QJ with Herbert. I don't mind it. Seems intentional. Pollard. Oh, he's got Lawrence P-Wash too. P-Wash going ahead of both is interesting. But it's probably correct. I mean, they're all in such a tight bunch. It doesn't really matter. P-Wash 76, Thomas 84, Myers 87. I think this guy is going to get strange on the wraparound. Is our bad drafter? Yeah, he's going back to more normal things. I wonder if he's auto drafting or not. He's got one running back through 8 rounds. A none guy here. May hurt Stafford. There's a lot of capital to spend on QB already. I'll be honest. I felt gross taking Caleb as early as I did, even though I got him past ADP. ADP's fake, especially this early. Figure out what I want to do. I kind of want to take a running back. Typically, that would mean Rico Dowdle. I can't believe Chuba's the expensive one of the two of them. I have 67% of Rico Dowdle. That's way too high. I should pick somebody else. That's really rude, sir. Do you have reason to do that? No, you just naked took him like 10 ahead. That's cool. I mean, I'm just losing out on a McCaffrey stack, which I have elsewhere, but like, very rude, you know? How do I feel about any of the rest of these running backs? Is the issue. There's Kenneth Gainwell. I want to get some more Gainwell. Put him in here. Not with one of these two picks, hopefully. If he's my fifth, I think I'm happy. Because I don't think Warren and Gainwell will stay there. If they do, so be it. Odds are it won't come back to me anyways. I get my first Surratt share here. Let's do Surratt. Who's yours? Nothing in here looks super interesting. Could just rescue the Rico Dowdle ADP a little bit. And say to hell with Gainwell this time. I could also just go off of my normal construction a little bit. Because I did have to do a little bit more scraping this time around. There goes Dowdle, so that eliminates that decision for me. I want Wandale, I think. It's good old Wandale. Okay. And then we'll get Gainwell next time. Concepcion still doesn't have ADP. I still don't have any of them, so we need to remedy that. These might be my next two picks. We'll see. I have so many wide receivers already. Holy hell. This will be a Komet team, by the way. Komet has a contract, right? Komet contract through 2027. And 10 million of the 11.6. Making him a potential trader cut again. Okay, so he could be trader cut, but as long as I don't go overboard with Komet like I did last year, we'll be good. To be fair, I went overboard with Komet before Loveland got drafted to the Bears, so it's not like it was irresponsible, other than just having a heavy load. Kittle, huh? It's an early Kittle, based on what I've been seeing. First tight end. Coker's so early. Hunter is so early. Like, I just like Worthy. Like, are we picking? Just like, why is Worthy going ahead of Boutte? I mean, ADP says he shouldn't be, right? But like, Worthy's a crapshoot. Maybe you're buying into the whole. You're buying into the whole Rice is not going to be a Chief for much longer. You could see that, but otherwise, it's just like, what are we doing? Gadsden is interesting. I will want some Gadsden. I just haven't built any Chargers teams yet. Where do I have Hampton in my ranking? 38, yeah, with an ADP of 18. I'm just never kidding him. At some point, I'll go through and like adjust my rankings, but I just haven't yet. This is kind of like I only have the first 5 rounds of rankings because I'm not super degenerate about it. 2161. What an alignment! Oh, there's 2 playbacks. I am convinced Gainwell's ADP is much too low. would like one more steady quarterback before I start taking shots. Who's a steady quarterback? Great question. I am curious what happens if I open this while I'm on the clock. Yeah, the thing just doesn't work. Got my game off. I think I am going to take Concepcion here because he won't be there the next. If he's been going in the 140s generally, and I do want a share of him. Before his ADP gets set a little bit. Shuck daddy. Okay. Am I done at running back? I think I'm fine with these 5 running backs. Yeah, a McCaffrey, ETN, Swift room with a couple of bonus guys. Like, you don't need to be looking at running back anywhere. Ayuk's ADP being at 132 is criminal. QBs are still available. Mendoza, Stroud. There's just a lot of like sketchy stuff down this way. Not locked in starters. Stroud's like the last like sure starter. Justin Fields, that's crazy. Justin Fields is that high. I know he's not like an official ADP, right? But like, if he's that high, that means people are drafting him. Ew. What's to say about Jacoby Lane? Anything? No. No college deets. Should have college deets. I don't know enough about Jacoby Lane. He's not one of the top prospects. Chris Bell's injured out of Louisville. I know that. Mendoza. Dude, you took away my Mendoza Surratt stack. What are you doing? I still have 2 QBs, 3 tight ends to take. It's just so late to be taking onesies. Komet will be one of them. I should take Kyler if he's there. He won't be probably, but if he is, I should take him. If people are smart, he won't be there. So upset about the Super Bowl. Seahawks, Patriots, snooze. Guess I'm by default a Seahawks fan for this. Seven picks away. Oh, this guy doesn't have any quarterbacks left and has McBride. I should probably be worried about him taking Kyler past ADP. Spears. Every running back I guess taken is good for me. 0282 is an unhinged build, by the way. Ayuk. We're 0292. What are we doing? But all. I will take Kyler happily if he's there. Schultz wouldn't be bad either. I've been taking a lot of Schultz. I've taken him a third of the time. Yeah, you suck, dude. Let's get Schultz and then pray that Stroud falls back to us. It's so annoying. Oh, that's a rookie. I was like, who is that? Emmett Johnson is who. It's funny that they've got some of the rookies that I've not heard of that high, and then they've got like Casey Concepcion, like not even with an ADP. It seems absurd. Little bro. Got the little bro team right here. Do we think Tank Dell is like gonna play football this year? I'm not sure that he does, if I'm entirely honest. Hawkinson has to be a bargain at the price that he's going for, right? I've got 2 locked and loaded starters, so now I can kind of go frisky with my third QB. I could go like Malik. I could go theoretically. I could go one of those guys. Go Jacoby. Go Cousins or Simpson. Go Shador. I don't know why Mariota's getting the run out that he is. Maybe because Daniels is injured a lot is the idea. It's a very dumb idea. Rodgers, maybe. Like the thing about Rodgers is like, if he plays again, this is such a good price for him. Tua will play again, whether he's a starter this year or not. It remains to be seen. Deshaun Watson. Honestly, Johnny wouldn't be like the worst pickup in the world. Surprised that he's below Muth, but I guess that kind of makes sense. You could also like make a justification for what's his face? Darnell Washington. He had 57.9 compared to Muth had. Okay, so Muth doubled him up, and then Janu had 66. I mean, you split it 3 ways. It's not gonna go well, right? Apparently, Muth was the alpha there, though. I was big on the Johnny was going to take over the job thing because it's what he's done in every Arthur Smith offense. But Sidibe. He escaped Arthur Smith for 1 year and went back. Talk about a toxic relationship. Dobbins is someone I probably should have more of if I'm being totally real. But he doesn't fit with my construction. He's so late. But he could be so much earlier. I don't get why he is that late, to be honest. Jamal Johnson's not a bad flyer. I'd rather take him on a shuck team. But it never falls that way. I think I only have 1 shuck team right now, anyhow. I don't really know what I'm doing here. I'd figure out who I'm angling for my QB and go off of that. Problem is I don't know. I'm running out of time. It's definitely not. I'm not going to have a Giants QB. But I also just need to take a couple more tight ends. I could take a rookie. Richardson, huh? I'm just gonna take Malik Willis. Why not? And I'm done with QB. He's gonna stay a Giant. He's gone. Sure. At that price, why not? I already have a giant too. Oh, we just don't consider Wandale a giant. I hate that. I hate that it does that. Like, I don't want your freaking guesses. I want you to tell me what team they're currently on. Well, I guess with Malik Willis, it's a bit disingenuous, right? If he's relevant to where you're taking him in this range, he's not on the backers anymore. Okay. Next time it comes around, think about Jalen Knoll. Think about Matt. Think about Hutchinson. I am really tempted to take Jono. I don't know why. It's not going to happen this time around, but he's on my radar for sure. Oh, and then just in case it gets re-signed there, I have no problem having a few shares of him around. And doing it on a Caleb team makes some level of sense, just in case he resigns. Stranger things have happened. I mean, he's been like passable the last 2 years. 90 points with Jaden Daniels, 65 points with Caleb. Like, it's not nothing. He had 90 in 2022. It's interesting. I don't remember him from then. I couldn't tell you what team he was on, to be honest. Probably still the Commanders, right? Or I guess was that Washington football team at that time. Mooney is such a good late pick. I'm like, he sucked this year, right? But he was injured. Although I guess like if we're looking at this, like he's had 2 good years, not back to back, and then the rest have been pretty sucky. I guess. Christian Kirk has been bad for 2 years, but he was really good before that. Such is the life of an old receiver. Leggett and Coleman going back to back is pretty fitting. Keenan ended up having a really good year. I had so much Keenan, but so much of it was front loaded in the beginning of the year. Like he was pretty terrible down the stretch. But first couple weeks, he was balling, man. Turns out when your QB's healthy, you can do pretty good things with it. Take Noel here. Noel had 55. Hutchinson was just the better player over Noel. But I don't have to pay Noel prices for Hutchinson, so I won't. Yeah, Zacchaeus is better than Noel. Coleman. Like Kelsey's interesting, right? Kelsey's just a better bet than Komet, theoretically, at this price. Screw it. Just take Kelsey, dude. If he retires, yeah, it's 1 share. You'll be kicking yourself if he announces one way or the other and you did the wrong thing. Like if you got heavy bags of him and then he retires, you'll feel sad. But if you avoided him and he comes back and his ADP skyrockets, you'll also feel terrible. So there's that. 3 late tight ends. Look at Mooney. Fernando. I just don't know why people do things like this, right? Like the fact that it's happened out of the 3 spot every single time can't be a coincidence, right? It's like, oh man, I didn't get Bijan or Puka. Like, okay, take literally the wide receiver one in football. Take the RB2 in football. Take the wide receiver 3 in football. There's so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Any of those 5 players you would be lucky to have on your team. Why are we doing this? You know? Just don't get it. Like Jason going at 6 to this kicker's 39 guy. Like also 9 wide receivers when you started with JSN, and I guess you petered off a little bit. I can kind of understand why you've done what you did. But having 9 of it when you started with that position does feel a little suspect. To be fair, I'm going to end up with 9. And I had Pickens as my second pick, like 3 picks after my running back. So I guess I shouldn't say anything. So there's a reason I have Hampton so low. Probably adjust it. Since the market seems to be adjusting to have him up here. I probably will have no Saquon. I probably will have no or very little Genty. I will have very little Jeremiah Love. Like, I just don't need to pay those prices for those backs, you know? Gunnar Helm was an interesting pick. He's just a better pick than like Chig, right? Does Gunnar Helm have an ADP? He doesn't. He should. He's just a better pick than Chig, and Chig has got an ADP. So okay. Watch the end of the draft, even though it doesn't really. You guys can't really. But who's the Cousins guy taking 4, 5, 7, 3? How are you finishing this build out? 4 QBs: Cousins, A. Rich, Kyler, Lamar. I kind of get it, but you probably don't need to with Lamar, right? Just have Lamar as your anchor and take 2 more. 4, 6, 7, 3. 3, 5, 9, 3, 3, 5. Yeah, me and him are identical. That's a pretty good build, especially the way that we built ours. 3, 6, 8, 3. This guy took Jonathan Brooks. Seems like a bait. Jonathan Brooks is bait. Evan Ingram in the last round is crazy. He had such a high ADP last year. 5, 7, 6, 2. 5. What are we doing? 1. And it's Penix. This guy has only taken Penix. This guy took Love, Mahomes, Stafford, Hurts, and May. Remember after Stafford, I was like, that's a lot of capital for QB. May, Hurts, Stafford, Mahomes, Love. He had 5 QBs in the first 11 picks. Actually, just insane. Arroyo. This guy ended up with not only 1 QB, but 5 tight ends, dude. He ended up with, and McBride is the first one. Why are you taking 5 tight ends when you overdrafted McBride at 7? Like, that's a fine bet to make, right? It's fine. If you want to take McBride at 7, you do that. It's fine. But, like, to then take Brenton Strange, Cade Otton, Michael Trigg, and Elijah Arroyo, it's just irresponsible roster construction, dude. Take 2 of those and it's fine, right? Like, you don't need to take all 4 of those guys. You don't need 5 tight ends when you have McBride headlining it. He's going to hit your tight end spot 95% of the weeks. Like, what are we doing? 2693 is fine. 3683 is fine. 3683 is fine. Our weird drafter 2594 isn't that horrible. The tight ends were late, right? Kittle, Ferg, Musgrave. Jesus, that's really high for Musgrave. He took Musgrave in the 14th round. That's just so unnecessary. And Muth. It's like, that's not a horrible tight end room other than way overdrafting Musgrave. He's got a lot of risky players on his team besides taking Dak early. Like, Rice could be out of football. Burrow, frequently injured. Metcalf likes to get suspended. Kittle's injured currently. Monty disappeared. Tyreek has got a really bad leg injury. Musgrave's a backup tight end. Dobbins is currently injured. Tank is a backup running back. Najee is currently injured. Like, it's a very strange team. 3-4-8-5. Again with the 5 tight ends. Like, why do people feel the need to do this? It is interesting. Not many people felt the need to draft for many running backs. I think people did a pretty good job of taking running backs early, so they didn't need to, which is just good roster construction. 5 tight ends. Njoku, Claire, Parkinson, Pitts, Bowers. Yeah, like, you take 2 tight ends in the first 4 picks, and you end up with 5 of them. Like, you take the tight end 2 and 3, and you feel the need to have 5 of them. The tight end 1 also felt the need to take 5 of them. It's just bad construction. Like, what are we doing? What they doing? What y'all doing? Running backs: Derrick Henry, Kyle Monangai, Woody Marks, Jonah Coleman. We know nothing about Jonah Coleman. He could be nothing. Woody Marks has been injured in every game he's ever played. That may not be true, but it's very close to true. Monangai is, for now, the change of pace backup to Swift. Very good player. Happy to have him. But as your running back 2 in a 4 running back room, I'm not ecstatic about it, especially when we don't need to draft 5 tight ends. 2684 is a fine build. See, like, this guy, Gadsden, Hunter Henry, Isaiah Likely, Mason Taylor. That's a fine 4 tight end room. I'm fine with that. Because he didn't take tight end 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, or 10. Like, Aronde Gadsden is what? What tight end is Aronde Gadsden? How do I show the ones I drafted already? Aronde Gadsden is tight end 12. His tight end 1 was the 12th overall tight end. That is fine to then take 4 tight ends if you've had that level of patience to not take a tight end until the 10th round. Like, that's good construction. 6 running backs when you have Bijan is a little suspect, but you did have a little bit. You took Hendo as your RB2, Corum as your RB3, so I kind of get it. I do kind of get that. Caleb Johnson's just a bait pick, probably. Raylan Allen's a good pick at cost. Josh Allen and Jackson Dart. That's a great QB room. That's a room where you absolutely are correct to just stay with 2. I'll give this guy credit. Dak Burrow, and then he didn't draft another one. Very, good. Darnold, Mendoza, Baker, fine. T-Law, J.J. McCarthy, Daniel Jones, fine. This scares me a little, but you have T-Law. Daniels, Purdy, Brissett, fine. That's a little over. It's a little overkill. You probably don't need Daniels, Purdy, and Brissett. You're probably fine with just Daniels and Purdy. Herbert, Bryce. I actually don't love that room. That's not enough QB. We already talked about Penix not being enough QB. He's just not gonna have a QB score like the first 9 weeks, at least. And that's if Kirk Cousins is bad. Too much. 3 for this guy. He took Goff, Ward, and Simpson. Fine. Goff, you're counting on Goff to be an anchor there. Talk about this guy, me. Caleb Stroud Willis. It's fine. I don't love it, if I'm being honest, but it's fine. Nix, Shuck, Sanders. Great room. Very good room. I would have considered Shuck here instead of Concepcion. And maybe try to get Concepcion on this turn and a different tight end other than Schultz, maybe. But I wouldn't have needed Stroud at that point. Let's do this. I gotta go on and put on the emojis. I can't do it from here. I can do it on my phone, but I can do this part so I don't lose track. So 125 stream. Okay. By a second, McCaffrey. Oh gosh. Four ETNs. I hate that. I don't hate the 4 ETNs. I hate when I click it does that. 4 ETNs, 4 Daddles, 3 Swifts, 3 Fanons, 3 Javantes. It's my first Caleb. That's interesting. I thought I had more than one. 4 Goffs, 3 Schultz. Interesting. Why is it so dark for 3? I guess that's just how the Blues look. 3 Franklins. There's going to be certain wide receivers in this range that I get drawn to because I like their trinity. Raymond, Chisholm, Hutchinson, Tillman, Mac Hounds, Alameda, Zacchaeus, Concepcion. I have 2 Canada Fields because I panicked on one of them. Watson, Bond, Sills, Brian Robinson Jr. It's funny because there are some players down here that are not like horrible bets, like Jordan Whittington. Why is Trey Benson all the way down here? Explain that one to me. Do we think that he's getting ethered because of James Conner coming back? Like, I don't get it. Kendrick Bourne, fine. You can't see it. Kendrick Bourne is a fine player. There's no reason he needs to be this low. Anyone else like glaringly bad? Eckler's interesting. He probably comes back this year, right? Trace McSorley is on this list. Let's go. Unfortunately, I will not have any Josh Reynolds this year. He's burned me 2 years in a row. I'm like, this is the year. Surely he'll be back to where he was with the Lions. Jaden Blue is bait. Trey Harris is interesting. Noah Fant's interesting. I put Allen. Probably bait. Allen Lazard's definitely bait. It's interesting the names that are in here. Theo Riddick, my goat. Let's go. I'm gonna draft some Theo Riddick. Theo Riddick's so good. Right next to Odell Beckham Jr. Theo Riddick, the deepest of pulls. James Robinson. Let's go. Tyler Beatty's bait, but probably fine. Jonathan Brooks is super duper bait. I'm still scrolling. This is crazy. I am a little bit bummed that I'm going to max out this little board so fast. They better do a little board too this year. Like sooner. Otherwise, I'm just going to have nothing to do for a while. Riley Leonard's probably not a bad draft. I kind of want to do like for every 3 Daniel Jones teams I do, I want to have one A-Rich team and one Riley Leonard team. I don't know if that'll actually happen at all. Singletary, very good bet if you're going 0 RB. It's dumb that he's this low. I would absolutely recommend drafting him if you're not subscribing to the what I'm doing of just like hammering running back in the first 4 rounds. So only one Harvey is a little disappointing. Henry. I will eventually get these guys, I hope, but it's hard because like if I get put in the 1 spot, I take Bijan. If I get put in the 2 spot, I take Gibbs. If I get put in the 3 spot, most of the time I take Gibbs because he's still there. If I get put in the 4 spot, most of the time I take Gibbs because he's still there. If I get put in the 5 spot, I take Gibbs. Like, and then I start getting into like McCaffrey, Cook, HN. It's interesting how high Cook's ADP is actually. I don't know if I'll end up with having much of him because I have him behind JT, McCaffrey, and HN at least. Where do I have him? NFL. I have him way down here. I mean, I'm gonna have to adjust this if there's certain players I'm gonna have to adjust if I want to get, right? Like I'm never gonna get Hampton with him being this low, right? Dowd'll probably needs to move down. We'll see. But he almost certainly needs to move down because I have so much of him already at high prices. Walker's got to move up because of just because of Charbonnet going down. That happened since I did this. Apparently, I'm much lower on Kincaid and Kraft than I thought I was because every time they always sit there. I'm like, I have no interest in drafting these. Kraft for sure. That doesn't need to be there. But Devonta Smith, yeah, just don't have any interest. Jordan Tyson, Colonel Tate, Christian Watson, Alec Pierce are just like way like Luther Burden. These guys are really high. I will put Luther Burden literally right there, so that it's on my radar. But I don't know, man. I don't know. Some of these ADPs are crazy. Like, there's no way. Opponent player pick numbers. See lineups with opponents with those players. So actually, this didn't work, right? That's not when he. Oh, can I do this? Christian Watson. Okay. So he's going like 52, 53, and 55 to 57. His ADP is 53. So that's going to start moving back. He's getting dragged back a little bit. I wish I knew what the difference was between the blue and the black. You know? Yes. Build a lineup for the previous season and see how many points it would have scored in the weeks that matter for the selected contest type. Interesting. So it's just like ADP. It's interesting. Pre-DF'd. What's this? Interesting. Drafts per day remaining 0.15 is funny. I won't do any big boards or any more rooms. I just won't. They're too costly. Wait for the 3s and the 5s. I have 7 to go. I've got one slow. One pick away. Interesting. I get Achan or Taylor. That's kind of nice. I will be very happy with either of those. I need to be overweight on Achan, I think. Alright, I'm done. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you the next time I decide to stream a draft. Deuces.